Hi, James.
Hey, Tony. How are you doing?
Hi, sashiburi.
Sashiburi.
Meaning long time no see, right?
It's good to see you.
It's good to see you, yes. Yeah. And I heard that you've been surprisingly exploring, finding, going deeper parts of Okinawa and everything.
Yes. So recently I had the opportunity to go and take another look at Nanjō.
Nanjo?
So Nanjō is down in the southeast corner of Okinawa.
Okay.
And to me it's kind of an area that I didn't know so well.
Right.
But I was surprised. We discovered a lot of new things. New to me, things I hadn't seen before. And it's right on the doorstep, but there was so much there that I didn't know about.
Okay. Well, before we go and then explore and then show everybody what Nanjo is all about, let's see who you are. How did you find Okinawa? When did you get into Okinawa?
Well, yes.
Are you born and raised in Okinawa or what?
Well, I've been here for quite a few years now, but no, I'm from England originally.
Okay.
I had a passion for, let's say, Japanese culture and also karate.
Karate?
And that brought me to Japan and then Okinawa quite a few years ago.
I don't know if our audience knows that Okinawa is the birthplace of karate, right?
That's right, yeah. Karate originates from Okinawa. And so when I discovered that fact, I was hooked. I thought, okay, this is the place I need to be.
Okay.
So, and then I was lucky enough to meet a girl from Okinawa.
Oh, alright.
And the rest is history, as they say.
Okay.
So I've been here for a few years, and I love the place. I think it's a wonderful place, and I always encourage people to come and visit because I really think it's one of the best places in the world.
Okay. Give me one. What makes it best for you? Is it the home? Is it the weather? Is it your wife? Is it your family?
That's the hardest question.
Yes.
So choose one thing. That's the hardest question. It's always the hardest question. I think it's the culture. You know, when we talk about the culture, there's so much going on in Okinawa. People are so busy enjoying the culture of Okinawa, whether it is the music or the dancing, or for me, for example, the martial arts or the food culture. And that all happens in the context of it being a beautiful place, beautiful tropical island.
Right.
Yeah. Blue zone, as they say, a very healthy and happy place to be.
Yes.
So, yeah, I can't say one reason, so I'm just going to say the culture and all the things that come with it, because it's so rich, there's so much to discover. And like I just found out again, after being here for quite a few years, so many things that, that you're always going to be new to discover.
Yes. So you've been here many years. I'm born and raised here in Okinawa, but same thing with me.
Yeah.
Trying to discover, going deeper, and then finding little parts of Okinawa that we never knew. So today, we're going to go a little deeper, and you just mentioned going to Nanjō City. And where is that exactly, you think, if we could just draw a map here somewhere?
We visualize the map of Okinawa. We're going down to the southeast corner.
Okay.
I sort of thought of Nanjō before as being kind of the quiet corner of Okinawa.
Okay.
Maybe there's some sacred sites there, places maybe you go and pray.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
But I didn't know much else about what was going on down there. But we discovered a lot, and it was a very pleasant surprise.
You went auctioning with fish. Have you ever auctioned in the UK, in England? There's so many auction houses.
Yeah, you're right. In the UK, people are always auctioning things like furniture and antiques.
Yes.
Or property or houses.
Yes, right.
I think I went to some kind of small auction before in the UK.
Okay.
And they're always fun, but always, of course, they're always kind of scary as well, because you don't want to put your hand up and find out you bought something that you didn't want. So when you go as an amateur, you're like, oh my god, should I move? Should I sneeze? The fish auction was so much fun.
Yeah, I saw that you and the other gentleman trying to go head and head trying to get that fish. Was that planned? Was that?
No. That just happened. He really wanted that piece of fish.
Okay.
And, I'm glad he got it in the end. Although I think maybe we bid him up a little bit too high. He wasn't too happy about that. But I got to tell you that the hardest, let's say, competitors in the auction were the kids.
Oh.
Once the kids start bidding, they won't give up.
But that's happening, I think, 3 times a week, maybe?
Yeah, as I understand it. It's a little port there down in Nanjō, Chinen port, and they bring in the fresh fish 3 times a week. It's just a little place, and you can just go in and ask them to be involved in the auction.
Wow.
Well, the great thing about it is, of course, you can take the fish as we did, and then go and cook it
Yeah.
yourself or have it cooked. Yeah.
And that restaurant was just nearby.
Yeah, a fantastic restaurant. The chef there, the owner and chef, had trained in Europe, I believe.
Oh,
Yeah, it was fantastic food, very healthy.
fresh.
All the ingredients sourced locally, but yeah, he turned that into a wonderful meal. So
Wow.
very impressed.
Wow. So I want to go. Next
should.
time, yeah. Next time we'll go get some auctioning, get some fish, and then we'll go eat there.
Yeah, I mean, for me, going to the fish auction is always so exciting because there's so many fish that are unique to Okinawa.
Yes.
We saw the blue fish.
Yes,
Well,
yes.
You know these fish,
Yes.
of course, very well. But for me, I'm like, what's that? What's that? What's that? And they're like, for example, I'd never eaten octopus until I came to Japan.
Oh, okay.
So there's a whole bunch of new foods that I've discovered since I've come to Okinawa too. So that's always a bit of an adventure.
Yeah, and I was seeing that they had some tasting of sashimi,
Oh.
the fresh fish that they
It
just
was
cut there in
wonderful.
front of
We
you.
saw that they filleted and sashimi'd a whole tuna there.
Yes, yes.
I mean, that's just amazing to watch happen.
yes.
The skills of these guys using those big sharp blades, right? But yeah, they were like, oh yeah, take this, taste it. Everybody was coming in and tasting.
But you don't have to buy anything. You can just come in and just check the place
No,
out.
that was all, as they said, that was service.
Whoa!
Which means for free, right?
Right.
Just taste it. So
That's the good thing about Okinawa. Service means free.
it was so nice.
You don't have to pay for service.
No, it was so relaxed.
Yeah.
I think as a visitor to Okinawa, sometimes maybe you think, is that okay? Can I do that? But yeah, it's great, isn't it? People are always giving you free samples. So.
And you've been here many years, and that's one of the discoveries that you had. All right, so you went on a discovering of the Nanjo. What are we going to see today?
Yeah, it was a fantastic day, a great opportunity, we spent the day essentially being guided around Nanjō city, I'm very, very grateful to the local guide that we had, Matsuse-san, lovely lady who helped to guide and translate and really made the day come alive for us. So a lot of thanks to her. She actually comes from a village just around the corner from the first location we went to, which was the fish market, which was so much fun.
Okay.
But then she took us around a fantastic sort of tour of different locations and activities all around the Nanjō area.
Wow, so she knows her yard. She knows
Oh,
her
absolutely,
space.
yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't just translation. Of course, she was sharing her local knowledge with us too.
That's beautiful.
And so I really felt like we were being kind of introduced to the local community.
So you're not going to the touristy spots, but you're really going inside and then feeling what the locals are really, how they're living and how they are enjoying their life.
Absolutely. She really brought it alive and I think helped to make memories that you're going to keep for a long time.
Right.
So yeah, it was fantastic.
Oh, can't wait. Let's go.
Let's take a look.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning, James.
So much for showing me the market today.
Yeah, I know. This is my hometown, Nanjō.
Really?
Yes, I was born and brought up here. So I used to swim over there.
Right
Yeah,
here.
right over there, and picked shellfish here.
Wow.
Yeah. And
What a childhood. Fantastic.
Yeah, okay. Fish auction ticket.
Okay.
The Chinan Fishing Port is a popular fisherman's market in Nanjō City. There is a fish auction open to the public, which is held every third Sunday in this place. At the early morning market, people can enjoy bidding on freshly caught seafood and take a bite on a locally produced and gourmet delights. James will be guided by Kumiko, a native from Nanjō City. It will be James' first experience to participate in a local fish bidding in Japan. First on the schedule, the tuna auction program. Everyone is allowed to inspect the fish and take photos. Experience and enjoy the fresh tuna cutting show. The tuna parts will be divided into two. one for which will be put on auction while the other will be sold separately. Before the auction, everybody will get to taste every cut and part of the delicious Okinawa tuna. James was eyeing for the chutoro. In Japanese means medium fatty tuna. It is located just below the skin and in the back of the tuna belly. Let the auction begin. The starting bid price for the chutoro is 1,000 yen. Now it is a showdown bidding between James and the man beside Kumiko. May the best man win. James seems to be enjoying his first tuna auction experience. It looks like a never-ending battle between the two bidders. However, James had to decide on his bidding limit and offered his last bid of 3,800 yen. The other bidder offered 100 yen higher than James' bid. Good start, James. You did not win, but stopping yourself from bidding can be a strategic choice too. Now let's go to the second part of the fish auction program. This time James is confident he will win the bidding for the fishes he wants to eat today. Let's see how it goes. James won the bidding for Malabar grouper, which is a very popular fish known as mibai in Okinawa. Next he won the bidding for parrotfish or irabucha. The color of this fish is blue and looks unique. It was a fun day for James and Kumiko at the Nanjō City Fishing Port.
That was so much fun. Thank you. That was so much fun. I never did that before. That's so much fun. I want to do that again sometime. We got some beautiful fish. Wow, look at this one.
I have never eaten this one. Yes, but it's delicious and delicious.
But so what do we do now? Where do we go to get this food?
I know, local restaurant. I prefer to cook these fish.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes, let's go.
Okay, let's go.
To the
Right.
this producer.
Let's go.
Yes, okay, let's go.
Kumiko introduced James to the owner of the restaurant, where the fish they won in the auction will be cooked for their lunch today. You can have your food cooked any way you want using the fresh ingredients found in Nanjō City. That makes the possibilities endless.
Maybe lunch is ready.
Oh,
yes,
I'm
so good. Yes, okay.
Using the fish that James and Kumiko won in the fish auction, the restaurant cooked marinated raw fish and onion salad for appetizer, and sautéed fresh fish tomato and new onion coulis sauce for the main dish. The tasty pumpkin potage soup and original ice cream made of Okinawa's shell ginger leaf.
It was delicious.
Me too. That was delicious. I'm feeling very satisfied. Wonderful food.
Yeah, wonderful.
I mean, is there somewhere we can go now where we can do some sort of peaceful activity, some sort of relaxing activity?
Oh, peaceful activity? Yes. Oh, I have a good place. There's a good program. Wellness program.
Oh, wellness.
Do you wanna go?
Yes.
Okay, let's go.
Well, you had that lunch. It was good, I guess.
Fantastic.
When I saw
I was
that.
so full after.
Yes. And then I heard that you wanted to go a little deeper and your guide took you to another exciting place. That's what we're gonna see, and then I heard it's karate. But you are a karate person. That's what brought you to Okinawa.
Yes, I have a passion for karate, but there are many different kinds of karate, different schools of karate in Okinawa. And I had the opportunity, Matsuse-san took me along to a local dojo called the Minei Dojo. This is a style that I'm not too familiar with.
Okay.
And so it was kind of new for me again.
Okay.
And you'll see in the video that I put on the white belt again.
Okay.
So, when you go to a new dojo or you go to learn something new in karate, you go back to the white belt, which shows that you're a beginner.
And you're showing respect, I guess.
Yeah. It's kind of the idea of having an open heart.
Okay, good.
So one of the great things that I like about Okinawa karate is that there's this philosophy that you should forevermore retain the feeling of being a beginner. You should have the open heart. And so it was fantastic, and they were lovely and welcoming, and they were very patient with me because, not all karate is the same.
Okay.
And I learned a lot of new things that day from them. And it was fun also to see they had the adults and their children training together.
Wow, okay.
So a real family.
And this is just one of the dojos. What is a dojo? It is a school? Is that what is basically translated as?
Dojo literally means a place of training.
Okay.
Usually that's a school.
Okay.
In Okinawa, often that's inside somebody's house.
Okay.
Or private dojo. Sometimes at schools, sometimes in public places. It's one of the interesting things about dojos in Okinawa is a lot of them are very small and kind of an extension of the family house. So it's a little bit different from when you train karate overseas, where often you're going into a sports facility or something like that.
Right.
So you get a kind of more of an intimate feeling. And the other thing I've realized in Okinawa is that often the number of people training in dojos is much smaller too. It's quite common in like you'll see in the video that there were maybe 5 to 10 people training. That's quite usual. So again, you get a lot of sort of one-to-one attention.
Okay.
And you get to talk to the teacher and learn from him too.
And this is just one of how many dojos in Okinawa that you think?
They tell me that there are maybe 200 or 300 dojos.
Wow.
Which is incredible for such a small island.
And karate dates back till 4, 5, how many hundreds years back?
Karate goes back hundreds of years.
Yes.
Back to the old medieval period for Okinawa, when it was an independent kingdom.
Right.
Having to defend its trade and defend itself. But what's interesting is that karate has become very much the art of peace.
Oh.
Yeah. So very much about keeping the peace and looking after everybody.
Okay, so it's not like the fighting of the martial arts that we see on the movies and everything.
Well, there's all kinds of karate, right?
Okay.
I mean, there's competitive karate, and there's but in Okinawa, very often you'll find that people will say that you should practice your karate to make yourself a better person.
Nice.
And if you become a better person, then society becomes a better
There you
society.
go.
So I like that ethos.
Okay, so let's go see James in karate then.
Wow.
It was very delicious.
That was a great lunch.
Yeah, I'm full.
Me too.
Wow, what
feel-
shall we do
I
next?
feel like we need to do something active now.
Active?
Yeah.
Oh,
What's this?
there is a karate dojo.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I always wanted to try karate.
Okay, let's watch it
Okay.
and practice.
Okay.
Okay.
Mine Karate Dojo is located in Sohako of Sashiki District in Nanjō City. Karate is a very popular form of martial arts along with Judo and Kendo, and Okinawa is said to be the place of its origin. The Mine Karate Dojo has a profound reputable teaching program for adults and children from beginners level to advanced level. The adults are tasked to teach children all of the kicks and blocks while keeping kids entertained. Karate training teaches focus, discipline, self-control, and respect. These traits help children let go of petty grievances and learn to pay attention to the things that are most important to their future success.
ミネ道場では、海外のお客様、県内のお客様、見学、体験等募集しておりますので、よろしくお願いいたします。
So you we went to karate, and now we're gonna go back to nature. Yes, you're gonna go see something that you're gonna show us what you did in the afternoon after your karate.
Yeah, we had a really nice bonus after the karate experience, which was that the teacher of the dojo, the owner of the dojo, Mine Sensei, is also a very skilled, very keen gardener.
Gardener,
yeah.
Okay.
And it turns out that his garden was just up the street from the dojo. So he invited us to go and relax there after training, go and have a drink and see his garden. And it was a fantastic experience.
I heard that Nanjō is really pushing towards open gardens, like an event on a yearly or even twice a year events. And then, but this time, your karate sensei, he has an open garden too. So
that's right. Yeah, our guide for the day did tell us that Nanjō City has these events where they promote visiting gardens, and that there are a number of very beautiful houses and gardens that you can go and visit and find out about, particularly during certain seasons. During the day, we got to see a few others, but this one we got the personal tour. So, So yeah, Mine Sensei took us around and showed us everything in the garden, and yeah, absolutely beautiful. So much hard work and devotion he's put in there.
Sure.
So much love that he's put into building that dojo, that garden. And he told us that when he has people come and visit, to come and train with him, often he'll take them up to the garden. See the place there. He has like a grass lawn there that he's made, and they'll train there and they'll relax there, and it has a beautiful view.
Wow!
So a really special place.
So it's not just only indoors, but also trying to clean or cleanse or refresh your mind, as in mind and spirit and body and everything.
Absolutely, yeah. It was such a refreshing place, and you could just really feel the good energy.
Okay, let's go and see what James have experienced in the garden. Surprisingly, Nanjō garden. Let's go.
Nanjō City is famous for the Open Garden event, which is being celebrated twice a year. It is when about 20 local private gardens are open to the public, which takes place during spring and fall. Today, James and Kumiko will meet one of the local open garden owner, Mr. Tokumitsu Mine. Mr. Mine has been doing his gardening as a hobby for many years already. He plants mostly Okinawa plants, flowers, and herbs. He believes that keeping plants and flowers in his home and workplace is an excellent way to lower levels of stress and anxiety. He uses Okinawa potteries for his unique gardening style. Kumiko is so happy Mr. Mine gave her shikwasa, which is her favorite fruit. On the upper part of the garden is a relaxing rest area, where you can see a magnificent view of local houses and Pacific Ocean. Thank you Mr. Mine for taking the time to show us your lovely garden. James and Kumiko appreciate your gracious hospitality and generosity.
Wow, nice experience at the open garden. That was great.
It was a wonderful end to a fantastic day.
Yes. I like what you said earlier about wearing your white belt and then making it fresh, trying to be a beginner to learn. I guess that's what this episode is all about. Being surprisingly, wowed at certain things.
Yeah.
You started with your auction today.
Yeah.
And then you went to a fantastic dinner for your lunch for your fish, with your fish. And then now you wanted to clean, or I should say, refresh your mind with the karate. And then you went to the gardens. Nice! That was good! I'm jealous of you!
It was a special day.
Yes.
And I think, like I said, there was so much to discover in Nanjō that I was surprised. I felt so happy and kind of relaxed and peaceful and satisfied by the end of the day.
Beautiful.
We've done all those great things, and I was just looking forward to going back again.
And not just as a tourist thing, but as a person living here and then being wowed all about these things.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's great.
And there's more to come. We went and saw more, so hopefully we get to take a look at that too.
Yes, good. Okay, so before we go today, I think we have a quiz for all of you. Do enjoy the quiz and maybe learn some more, and we'll see you on the next episode of Surprisingly Okinawa.
Hi, everyone. Have you passed by this bridge in Okinawa, Japan? This is a unique bridge in Nanjō city at which the entrance is a tunnel. You can enjoy the magnificence of the nature of Okinawa, such as the islands, the sea, and the forest. What is the name of this bridge? A. Azora or Big Sky Bridge. B. Taiheiyo or Pacific Ocean Bridge. C. Nirai or Utopia Bridge. D. Subaridai or Long Slide Bridge. And the correct answer is C. Nirai Bridge. Did you get the right answer? I hope you all did. Now, let's learn more about this one-of-a-kind bridge. In Okinawa language, Nirai Kanai means a utopia, which is believed to exist beyond the sea. It is said to be the island of God and the other world that provides benefits from nature. Actually, these are two connected bridges. The Nirai Bridge and Kanai Bridge, which has a length of 660 meters and a height of 80 meters. The bridge opened in August 2002 and plays an important role in connecting the transportation network that divided the Chinan Peninsula. If you want to see the spectacular sights of the bridge's unique shape, you should stop by the observation deck, which is located on the upper area, before passing through the tunnel. Thank you for watching this video, and we hope to see you soon here in Okinawa.